course, I don't have my hearing aids in, so.
I never heard the noise he's talking about anyways. Of course, I don't hear half the noise there because it's undoubtedly filtering set up on my motherboard that keeps it down.
Do you guys hear me in Zoom?
Yes.
All right. I was hearing you. It wasn't clear to me why you weren't hearing me. OBS says I'm broadcasting on the correct stream, but it's not coming through on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Before you started, before I saw the YouTube, as soon as the noise came back.
As soon as I started YouTube.
No, before you started YouTube, as soon as you unmuted on Zoom, the noise came back.
All right. Well, the stream is up, so you are being heard. I'm making some startup adjustments for camera settings.
Are you back on the Yeti now?
Yeah, I think so. Because when I was on the camera, you weren't able to hear me. So I switched back to the Yeti. That's when you heard the sound come back. So now if I go back to the webcam, now I'm on the webcam for Zoom, and it locked up OBS. Okay, and I switch the Zoom audio back to the same as system, which is the Yeti, and that unfroze my camera 1. It's totally weird. I'm gonna redo that. I'm going back and changing the microphone in Zoom to the webcam and expecting that to freeze my camera 1. Yes, it did.
Tim Tech Wiz said audio's perfect now.
All right, and then back to Yeti, and that unfreezes the camera. Changing the microphone in Zoom from Yeti to a webcam causes my OBS camera 1 to freeze. Where is that bus driver application?
Yesterday I was doing something on this computer, and the whole computer froze up. The desktop, it's like the whole interface for Windows froze up. It came back, though.
John Williams said hardware compatibility.
Well, that could be John Williams. I acknowledge what you said, Josh. But my mind is...
Ken Stout Live said, does this mean I should not follow your instructions on what we talked about yesterday? Asking for a friend.
I don't know
said,
what it
audio
means,
is
Ken.
perfect. Don't change anything.
Audio is perfect now. You're saying the audio is good now. Alex, how about you? Are you hearing that noise again?
Yeah, I'm still hearing it. It hasn't went away since you unmuted the Zoom.
All right, well, let me check and see what microphone I have on for OBS, because I'm not even sure right now. Let's go. Why do I have trouble?
Tim Tech Wiz said OBS is in beta.
Now.
Microphone.
John Williams said no beeping now. Must have paid the ISP.
Okay,
Man, Israel said I don't hear the beeping anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Are you running Windows 11 by any chance?
Of course I am. You know that.
And you're using a Yeti. So, a while back, Brian was saying he was having issues with his Blue Yeti in Windows 11.
So
there's.
Yeah, but why would that be causing an issue now? It hasn't caused an issue all this time.
Okay,
Well,
let's get past that. Yeah, if you met somebody in New York named Betts, that just doesn't mean they're likely to be related. So no, I'm not going to go down Brian's road. Or that it might be similar. We're going to follow the trail here. And you just, oh, I was trying to check on the microphone. See what we got. 3 columns, 2 rows. And I want to put me in the center. Here we go. Oh, Ken's here too. This mic, I still haven't verified what microphone I'm using. All these different settings, gear buttons to click on.
ZV Manor said allow you to continue now.
Properties here, this one. Oh yes, the microphone you're hearing through YouTube right now is a webcam. So I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to go experiment. I will do those experiments outside of the live stream. I might do a unlisted live stream to experiment with it, or just recording. But so we are on a webcam.
Ran Israel said now I can hear fluid flowing.
Okay.
Okay. I need to
Oystein said case closed. Please continue.
Ken. Now looks like it's not going to let me stay there, is it? Ken, you have your hand raised. Oh, that's what threw my panels out of whack. There you go. Ken, go ahead.
Be back in whack now.
I'm what?
They should be back in whack. I just wanted to join to say I hear nothing on Zoom, a la Alex. I also hear nothing on YouTube when I don't have Zoom running. So whatever you're running right now, I'd leave it as is.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it as is for this show. I'll troubleshoot it outside of this show because we got it working now. Let's move on. Let's move on. Moving on. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to my client's computer. Windows protected your PC from this thing I was trying to run. Now I'm going to bring this up in a windowed projector so that I can be looking towards the cameras and still work on that computer. So we're trying to run that utility program, and I'll click on more info and then click on run anyway. And answer yes. And this part about the foggy thing on that screen, I'm not going to try to troubleshoot that now. I'll troubleshoot that separately because we're not going to spend much time here. Capacity usage.
Ran Israel said, is the HDMI cable to this computer properly connected?
This computer is a VGA output to a VGA splitter, then an adapter to the HDMI cable to my capture card. So that very well could be where the trouble is. And another way, you know what, a better way to do this is that computer I can connect to through my LogMe and Rescue. That should get us a good display. I'll do that. I wanted to use a capture card so that if we had anything that we were running outside of Windows, we could be able to see it. So I'm going to bring up LogMe and Rescue, connect to this computer, and then show you the display from Baby Beast. I bet that'll work good. See, I gotta remember who that. Gotta remember whose computer this is. Oh yeah. Don't tell her I forgot who she is. So I'm not showing these credentials on screen. least 6 ways to do everything. Zoom is back on screen. Boy, I really need to go get me a cold bottle of water. This bottle is warm and I'm almost out. The screen arranged so it's full size. Okay, so here I'm going to switch over to Baby Beast. See, I'm going to here's through the capture card, and then here's Baby Beast. Much better. Now I can use Baby Beast keyboard and mouse. Device info there, then health.
Jim KJ3N said you're going to need something stronger than water after this stream.
Yes, Jim, I think it will be a beer. Health, 83.43%, warm and critical. Oh, warning, not warming. Nothing there of concern. Nothing there of concern. Diagnostic scan. There's a quick scan. We'll run that first. I'm going to go grab a bottle of water.
Did we tell Doug his camera's not working on Zoom? I don't think so.
Go for it, Alex.
All right, I heard you, Alex. Let's get, oh, because I relaunched OBS, so I need to go over here on OBS and start virtual camera. And then back to Baby Beast. So now Zoom is seeing what I'm broadcasting in my frame on through Zoom. So here's the cold bottle of water. You can tell by the fogginess. That is cold bottle of water. And here's making me an honest man for after the show. Beer is always a risk for me for triggering migraines, but my head's in really good shape today. So I think I'll be fine. Back to Baby Beast. And checking this test. Let's see, I think I still have, yeah, I still have the windowed projector view. So I can show you what that looks like by showing you monitor 2. Whoops, no I can't. See, this windowed projector view is showing whatever I'm broadcasting in a much larger window. So when I've got Baby Beast on screen, I see it nice and full size right in front of me over OBS. So that's the quick scan, the quick stand, the proper way to say it. If I use the right mouse, I'll be able to click on that full scan button and then start that. And that's going to take a while, so we'll let that run. Now I haven't checked in with chat yet directly, so I'm going to go do that now. I'll pop out chat. I'm going to scan through. Oh, this is the chat room from the part B.
John Williams said 84 degrees in Fresno right now.
We've had some hot days. Today's not going to be that hot. It's going to be kind of a relief. Whatever all that is. Yes, they only had that error message show up one time, Greg M, and thanks for bringing that up. I typically do not track down a problem from a one-time instance. And the only reason I got intrigued with this one is, well, I will go look at Crystal Disk Info, because as far as I knew when they gave me that blue hard drive error message. As far as I knew, this computer had a spinning hard drive. It's not, it's an SSD. Crystal Disk Info says it's fine. At that point, I could have let it go and not worried about it. But the thing that intrigued me was these other messages about the those errors that were happening a whole bunch of times within a couple minutes period of time. That's really, excuse me, odd and intriguing. I'm not sure that it quite warrants tracking this down, but here again for a reminder, I'm going to show you that here's that error panel, and this was not at the time when they had the problem happen. As I started to look back at this, it appears that this is happening once or twice a day. I'm not certain about that frequency, and I don't know for how many days back in history. But you see these device setup managers over and over and over, all during this 2-minute period that's showing up here. Then you see 442. So that was another string. It may be happening a bunch of times through the day, but happening at 442, there was a whole string of them there. And then this 531 to 532, a whole string of them there. This is really weird, and I thought it probably won't take very long to look at that a little bit, and that would be a good thing to do during the live show. But yes, to your point, happening once. It only happened to them once. It's been running fine since then. So now the message that only happened once is this blue screen. This blue screen only happened once. These errors that are here, this appears to be an ongoing, continuous thing that I'm intrigued, interested. Okay, back to the scan. It's running there. We can go ahead and look into this. I looked through the chat room and wasn't anything there really to pursue, except Greg M's got something here from Windows Club event. I'm going to say this is related, event ID 131. So that's what that was, right? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, event ID 131. Now, as I looked down through these, the line down here was the same for all of them, except it had a different address number here, or ID number. Some kind of container number, I guess is what that is. So the event ID 131 could be a very generic event ID that would be triggered for lots of different things. Meta staging file for container, that's similar wording. Usually this error neither causes any issues with the Windows computer nor interrupts its proper functioning. However, some users experience crashing and freezing problems on their systems. After viewing the logs, they found event ID 131 in the event viewer. You can use the following fixes. This looks really generic to me. Update Windows, repair your system image file. That's so generic, it's not worth giving any credence to. This is a way for Windows Club to put in a title that is going to get some results in search response, and then they give a very generic steps here. Those steps are not specific to anybody's error. They're even the way they word it. You can use the following fixes to resolve this issue. They're not saying these fixes will resolve it or that they did resolve it for anybody. They're just getting search results. And this is showing doing those different things. If your system is crashing or freezing, there might be an issue with your graphics card. This, again, is not specific to that error. So thanks for letting me know what the most significant thing you saw was. Here's a forum post. Now, as you do these, as you go look at these Google search responses, you might find something that's really on target. But Don't start doing step by step everything that you see in here because you assume that they are on point. Metadata staging failed, errors in a couple recent days. Everything was fine until I simply went to control devices and printers, and since doing that, I immediately started triggering this metadata staging failed errors. Never before did I have this problem. So I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom, see if there's people saying, hey, thanks, this fixed my problem. I have the same problem. Set the option, no, solves the problem. What exactly meant? Other than that, it's just sad. I'm not seeing solutions here. If you have more time to look at this and find something that's actually a solution, let me know. I have this issue, periodic device refresh seems to have made my USB keyboard unrecognizable. Yeah, this is more trouble, not solutions. This computer has a bunch of optional updates that are available. So my notion there is to just go slam dunk all of them and then let the computer run and see if that
Brian Lightfoot
solves
said
anything.
last one said it fixed the problem.
Brian Lightfoot says the last one said it fixed the problem. Did I miss that? Going down here to the last one, that's related discussions. This last one, I noticed this problem last week. No thanks, Microsoft. The above fix works. The above fix. So when he says above fix, which one is he referring to? Are any of these identified as the fix or solution? Can you tell me which one it is? The above fix. I have the same problem, event log offline. Set the option under device to no solves the, oh, that's it. At least for these people. Set the option under device installation settings to no. Well, okay, yeah. If you got an error installing a device, tell it to not install. That'll solve the error messages. The icons are not downloadable anyway. What else does the option control? What exactly is meant by manufacturer's apps? The event log is full of these entries. All right, update being installed. Trying to see what is the specific instruction. The above fix works. Set the option under device installation settings to no. Where is that at? Set the option under device installation settings to no. Oh, I'll turn the ad blockers on, Jim. Reload the page. By default, I have my ad blocker turned off, and I just turn on for a particular page when I need to. Where is the instructions? In here? Server's not responding. Maybe in there. Basically, the link redirects to one of these two links. Both of them are down. Going here to check shows. But this problem seems to be caused at Microsoft's and maybe a fix from here. Metadata. Continue errors. That sounds, maybe that's it. Does anybody know which one of these I really need to go to? There's also forum post 10 forums. Let's see, we looked at that. Okay, bring this one up. What we're looking for is something that tells us to device installation settings.
Brian Lightfoot said this page mostly says server-side issues.
Yeah, I think that was because one of those links in there was broken. I'm not understanding where this device installation settings is at. The servers have been offline for months, so perhaps those servers offline is what's causing these device installation errors, because the server that's needed for them is down or missing. Okay, I see that in chat. Greg M is saying Frosty. On this, the entry by John. Control F, John. If this problem is happening because some link or some server on the internet is broken, that just tells me, hey, walk away from this now. I don't care. It's not an impending disaster for the computer. All it is accumulating those entries in the log. Oh, registry key apparently is what we need to fix. Service unavailable. So where's the registry key? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too interested in pursuing that any further if it's just a problem because there's some site on the internet is broken for installing a device. Because that implies probably a lot of computers in this office maybe having that error message in the system event log, and so what? Brian's frustration meter. Yeah, I don't get worried about errors in system reliability or event viewer unless the computer's having problems or there's an excessive number of them or I have some reason to think there's an impending disaster. I don't try to clean it all up. That's just a rat race. Jim has switched to Brave. He used to run Firefox. Let's take a look and see. While that's running, I'll click on the Windows button on that computer and then Event Viewer on the right computer. Yeah. Is that not? Oh, it did. Oh, the menu's not popping up. There it is, finally. Apparently that scan is really slowing the computer down, so let's not do that. because Event Viewer itself takes a long time to come up. All right, topics in the list of topics for today's show. I can figure out where today's show is. That's the wrong shirt. This is it. Is it though? This is part B, which does not have the new topics list. So the correct topics list
Ran Israel said the topic list is outdated.
is on part A. So there's part B, this is part A. If I go into here, I can click more. You don't have to go there yourselves. I'm gonna copy all of this for the topics, Control C, and I'll go into the current stream. I gotta dismiss the old stream.
Ran Israel said you wanted to talk about pagefile and swapfile.
Get in, yes. Get into the current stream, and I'll go paste the topic list into here. You might have to refresh your browser page to see the revised list. There's, yeah, I'll refresh that. Oh, no, this, yeah, this is the show that we're on now. Is it? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It doesn't say B. That's the last one. So, let's go. Oh, that was showing live right there. This would be it. Yeah, that shows the new list.
Ran Israel said topic list is fixed. Thanks.
All right. You're welcome. Thanks for letting me know. Martin Hogg's screenshot of Forever Live videos. That's very quick to do, so I want to go ahead and handle that now. Martin Hogg very graciously sent me an email yesterday about what he was having, what he was seeing. This is it. On his iPad, he was seeing my prior Windows Daily shows all showing up with this icon that indicates that those are live shows running right now. I've not seen that occur anywhere else. I checked it on my...
said, do you still getting error 131 in the computer since you started today?
On the client's computer. Well, we can go look at that event viewer after that scan is finished. I don't want to go there now because the scan is running too slow. Well, I'll finish this for a moment. This is his screenshot, and that's what he was describing on his iPad. So I guess the question is, if somebody else goes to view my channel, now wait a minute, there's a view channel link right there. I think he said he was looking at history. Is he looking at history for my channel? Subscribe. No, I think, yeah, he's looking at my channel. History. If this is the history of what he has watched on my channel, well, this would be indicating perhaps that he watched each of those while it was live. But I'm not sure that he's actually viewing my channel live videos. You have to touch View Channel and then go to Live Streams and see how they're listed there. I think he described that as what he was seeing on his history. He didn't say that in the email. Yeah, okay, so enough for that. Is Martin in chat? Control F, Martin. If you heard some tones just now, that was my Amazon Echo device telling me there's notifications. Old video of Ken Hughes, 39 years old. Yeah, I think that was maybe a couple years ago. Okay, so let's do this. We couldn't go ahead and ask for event viewer. I just won't wait for it to come up. And see if those errors are still there. And I'll go back. Oh, there it is. That didn't take so long. Okay, I still have that windowed projector view available. And if I move that over on top of my chat window, you'll actually see that. And I think that will do a screen and screen, won't it? Will it? I guess it's not. Oh, well, I'm not showing that. Yeah, I have to go there to do that. Okay, so I still can't show that to you. Windows logs. Well, actually, let's just start on the event viewer, because right up here at on this top summary, it'll show us in here what recent events have come up. So that's kind of quicker and easier to see what's going on that way. For those who don't know, the reason why you're seeing two picture-in-pictures is because I am displaying Baby Beast right now, and when I look over at the Baby Beast computer, then you can see me on the other camera. So this might take a while to come up. Okay, I'll come back to topics list. CiPilot. Oh yeah, CiPilot. This was interesting because this was a question that would be particularly good to go to CiPilot for, and I realized that right off the bat that would be a good place. Let's see how I want to do this. Yeah, so I'm going to show this on Baby Beast. Come down here to CiPilot. And I should be able to see my last, where's my history? Because I asked this question on Baby Beast. Yeah, it used to automatically go to to the last thing that you asked. I don't see it there. Okay, well if I come in to that question here, yeah. What is the difference between pagefile.sys and swapfile.sys? And it gave us gave me a really good answer to it. Because if you just go do Google searches, the results that you're getting are things that have to do with those subject matters, and they may not be telling you really what you want. Why is that not going? I hit enter. What is the difference? Stop. Oh, is it trying to come up with a solution? Yeah, there's a stop responding, so I guess it's working on it. But is it? There's no send. I hit enter. Let's say stop responding, canceling. Hit enter again. Ugh. Add an image. Oh, here's this new topic. Let's try new topic and hit enter. That's still trying to cancel. What is going on? How is it still canceling? Here I was going to try to show off CoPilot being useful and helpful. Here's the send button. I can't do that now because it's canceling. On Big Beast, somehow I don't have CoPilot anymore.
Brian Lightfoot said you are showing off CoPilot. This is exactly what to expect from Microsoft.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the icon for CoPilot. All right. Now, since I'm on Big Beast, I've got to go copy this again. This is CoPilot in the web browser, and here's the submit button. Both related to virtual memory, Windows operating systems serve slightly different purposes. Page file, traditional paging file used by Windows to extend the physical memory RAM onto the hard drive. When the system runs out of RAM, it uses page file to store data that is not actively being used, allowing more active processes to continue running. Swap file, introduced with Windows 8, is specifically designed for modern Windows apps downloaded from the Windows Store. It moves these apps to the hard drive in a hibernation state when they are not in use, freeing up RAM for other processes. So the subject came up in question when I was trying to find swapfile.sys in disk activity on Baby Beast. So since it wasn't present there, it was present on the C drive as an existing file, but there was no current activity engaging with it. And the pagefile.sys will show up in disk activity as it's moving content in and out of different programs. As you're using the computer. And when you sit, if you let the computer sit idle for a while, it'll drop away from the disk activity completely and not be there until you start doing something again. So that was in Task Manager, and right click on the taskbar, get into Task Manager, and then, well, it's actually in Resource Monitor. I've just been getting to Resource Monitor by going through the Task Manager, but to do that, you got to go to Performance tab, click on the three dots, go to Resource Monitor. An easier way to get there would be Windows key R and type resmon, R-E-S-M-O-N. So then go into Disk Activity and sort by file. So I click on this file heading, column heading for file, maximize, and then Disk Activity. Did I click on it? I'm looking for where that triangle, oh, there's the triangle. There I have them sorted in alphabetical order. Page file is not showing up at all, and swap file is not showing up at all. Now, if I go try to launch something, I'll launch Microsoft Word, and do we see page file come up? Yeah. Oh, this is failing on me again. Good golly, Miss Mommy. It works so well when I'm not live streaming.
You can get computers, those saying. Never children or animals.
Yeah.
They always take the show.
Children or animals always take the show. All right.
WC Fields.
Oh. Unfreaking believable. It was there so consistently and reliably, popping in and out, showing what files it was using, and what files had page file activity at the time. I'm on the disk tab, yes. All right, here on Baby Beast, here's pagefile.sys with the desktop Windows Manager, DWM, and CTF, whatever, and perfmon. All these things showing page file activity, and you'll see the numbers changing on reading and writing. And Big Beast is not happening at all. Oh, I know why. It's because, perhaps it's because Big Beast has so much memory. Baby Beast is what, 32 gigabytes of memory? Big Beast is 128, what is it? 128. That's why, because I'm not using enough memory right now, perhaps. Big Beast has 43 gigabytes of free memory. $128 gigabytes, if you do the math, that 131,072 megabytes is 128 gigabytes. Which that would imply, oh yeah, when I was looking at seeing the page file on here, I think I had Adobe Premiere open at the time, which is a huge memory hog. Oystein says perfmon is using page file. Yeah. If your computer needs to swap things out to memory because of how much you're doing with your computer right now, then you're going to see it active. So if I were to try this again, like for instance on Monday or Tuesday with Big Beast, but take out 3 of the memory boards so that I'm only working with 16 gigabytes. No, 32 gigabytes. They're 32 gigabyte boards. Yeah. So if I take out 3 of them and then do Monday's show, I would expect to see some page file stuff going on here. Now, somebody put a comment in chat, I think it was yesterday. Sounded maybe like they were...
Ran Israel said you can use misconfig to boot your computer with a limited amount of memory.
Oh, really? Thank you, Ran. I think I knew that. Yeah, Daco. I think on yesterday. PC hypochondria. PC users are only happy if their PC has a problem. Now, that a person could look at that comment from Daco and think that he's trolling us, but I don't think so. I think he's part of a community. I recognize his name. I think it's a joke on all of us. We're only happy if our computers has a problem. Well, we're only happy if we have a problem to work on. It can be somebody else's problem. I'd rather my computer not have problems. And I'll work on other people's problems. Thank you very much. Oystein says he's only using 72% of his 32 gigabytes memory with half of it tied behind his back. No, he didn't make the comment about behind his back. We added that. All right, where are we at with stuff here? Here's the, that's the chapter 2, so it's kind of foggy. I think I'll go back to the topics list. Routine hardware disclosure for remote support. I gave a little bit of a comment towards that yesterday. This link that's now going to be in all of my videos. Oh, let's see. You know what? This one doesn't have that link because it was copied from last week's show. So here was a recent show. Shared files. This shared files folder will take you into here. Anybody can click on that and get to here. And I've got this folder in here for Big Beast Build crash files. For instance, this computer that I'm working on right now, I could have a folder here that somehow identifies that computer. It's a HP 500-267C, and then put content in there, and that way people could go download the files and peruse them more at their speed or interest. So as an example of that, I got so many windows open over there. Baby Beast. Let's see, so here's that computer through Baby Beast. And if we did MS Info 32 for system information and export that to a file, and I'll put it into that SW setup, call it MS Info 32. I don't need to
John Williams said only using 38% of 16 GB DDR for 3,200.
And that was John Williams, 38% of 16 gigabytes. Yeah, when people are concerned about, do I need to upgrade memory? Well, it's not enough to look at what percentage you're using, but how aggressively is your computer swapping things out to the page file? If it's only using 38% of the 16 gig and you don't see much activity to the page file, then that would imply that you're okay. But you're never going to be able to fill up the memory, the capacity that you have, as long as you have that page file in use, because Windows is always going to offload stuff that you're doing so that it can keep a free available overhead of RAM to accommodate the next program that you're going to try to launch. All right, now where I want to go next? While that is downloading, I'll go look at other topics. Explore BBB OBS recent crash. Yeah, somebody, I think it was Wintermute, pointed out the CrBrowserMain, and that was in that folder for BBB crash. Where is it? Okay, so I'll just go back to the shared files from here. And then if I go into BBB crash files, then there's a folder called OBS crashes, because that's what I talked about a couple days ago. And Wintermute noticed that recent crash that I had on June 5th. If I go to open that, to double click, any of you can open that. I was displaying it in Microsoft Word because I had pasted it into Word, but he saw this CrBrowserMain. And once I saw that in his chat comment after the show was over, I realized that I had experimented with a OBS element called browser, and I'll show that on screen right here. You click the plus button and then choose browser, and it allows you to, you can name it there, and then let's see, click OK, and then put an address of where you want to go to. Let's go. Click on that Google Drive. I'll do that. Put in that Google Drive link here. OBS project browser source. Yeah, so I'm putting in a different link there, and this width and height is going to control the size of that window. Now, if I do this now, I might wind up having an OBS crash. But I was experimenting with this not too long, well, the day before I had that crash. I had that crash the first thing in the morning when I started Big Beast up from hibernation, and I'm guessing that the browser source that I had created, I no longer had it open in my browser. Or maybe some other reason it was no longer available. So I suspect that may have been what was going on there. Back to topics. Fake virus source, let's not do that one now. Census, no. Cell booster, no, not unless somebody asks for it. Let me do that one. Oh, polls. I did a poll yesterday, and I can't find the results anywhere. When I play back yesterday's show, let's go over here to view your channel. I can't find any place to see that poll from yesterday. It was here. And the most significant thing that I was able ever to see was when I was displaying OBS Studio here, I could see there was 44% that fell into the 1 to 3 category. And I realized after the show was over, when I was looking through the chat messages, that that screen that I was looking at in OBS here, this one, they told me to place my vote, that I should go ahead and place a vote there. And I think they were probably right about that. I don't think I tried doing that. That's probably how I could have got rid of that. And I'm thinking maybe I had to actually close the poll in order to see the results. But now when I go back through my channel, through the analytics of this video, I can't find it, the results of that poll anywhere. And when I do Google searches for the subject of how do you find poll results, the only things that I could find had to do with going into the community, the channel community here, and seeing poll results here. Well, that only works for polls that were done in the community tab. This poll that was done during a live stream, I was never able to find. So let's go do an experiment right now, live and unscripted. I'll come in here to the live chat, and let's see, come down here to this plus sign to engage with the audience and start a poll. And what question is going to be? Will Ken Stout make another wisecrack before the end of the show? So what I want to do is let you place votes here, and then I'm going to end the poll and see if that makes a difference. So it's going to be yes and no, because it's a yes/no question, and start poll. So there you have the poll. Now, I could make my answer here. There's showing how many votes there are. Okay, then that screen went away.
Jim KJ3N said just a guess, but polls on live streams are only available during the live stream.
That might be the case. That might be true, Jim. Now, over in OBS, I can click yes or no. I'm going to click yes. Oh, and it wants me to sign into YouTube. Ah. I already did that once in OBS today. I signed into YouTube once. I can't even spell my name right. And then signing in here, the password manager is not active here. So I can't get it from my password manager. Fortunately, it's still in my clipboard buffer. And it wants a two-step verification.
I was just about to ask that. What about the two-factor?
Yeah.
How does the two-factor thing work with that?
Find the two-factor. Yes, it's me. Then I have to choose which of my channels I want to be using in OBS. You're so close, boost your earning potential. This is identified as a chat window. I'm going to say not now. Finish setting up channel memberships. No, I'm not doing that. Now what's it got me at? Hello, OBS. Why aren't you showing me the chat room here? Close that window. I just closed the dockable window. Go back to Docs. Choose YouTube Control Panel. Control Panel is not the chat window, though. There's chat. Shame, Christmas. Yes, 100%. And then there's an end poll. Yeah, that's on the three-dot button. I got an end poll. Yeses say 100%. Over here, this says 100%. If I click inside this, oh, then I could change my answer. No, I can't. It won't let me click on that. Can any of you change your answer?
No, once you make a choice, it goes to the top and you're unable to change it. It just goes away from the chat box.
All right.
Does that qualify as a smart remark?
I was questioning. No, well, somebody has answered no. I don't know if they changed it. Now, but Ken, are you saying that as a content producer when you try to access polls?
No, I'm going to change mine. Okay,
Yeah.
I just changed mine. Refresh yours and see. Yeah, it did look like it changed it.
Yeah, so I think the viewers might be able to change their vote, but not the
It does
poll
look okay.
creator.
I'm clicking on the white box at the top because it puts it to the top. I'm going to change my vote again. Gosh, I can't make up my mind. All right, change my mind again. And I don't see the 93 changing.
Nobody told you that you can't vote, Ken, because it's talking about you can't vote.
There was no comment in there. Okay, you know.
That qualifies
There,
as a
I'll
that
take care of that
qualifies as
problem.
a smart aleck. Isn't that a smart aleck remark? I didn't say smart aleck remark. I said wisecrack.
It's still 93.7 though, so apparently that's not working. Even though it does appear I do change my vote.
Yeah, well, people in chat should be able to tell us as chat messages. Can they change their message? Brian Lightfoot says he voted twice. Did you actually see the number change? How could you vote twice? Voted no, lone dissenter. Okay, so
Zvi Manor said I closed the poll without answer and it disappeared.
Zvi Manor says I closed the poll without answering and it disappeared, though. Meaning you can't click back into it? Do the view close poll. I have an end poll. So
no way.
Says no. Where's the poll without an answer and it disappeared? Not quite sure what the no means. You can dismiss a poll. So as a viewer, you can dismiss a poll without putting an answer, but you can't get back to it. Report poll, I think, would be reporting it as not as a violation of community guidelines, you know, like when you're reporting somebody using bad language or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to end the poll. I would expect to see some stats. Okay, here I put the stats right into chat. So when you replay the video, you'll be able to see the poll results in the chat. So you have to end the poll before the live stream is over. I'm going to go check to see if Gary Holzman has a show. He did not have one scheduled earlier. I'm guessing, oh, he does. I was going to guess he's working on Studio C. And let's get 34 minutes. Oh, he's not. He's at 1:30. Not at top of the hour.
Here's a poll for you. Do you think Kerry came up with his Goodbye Studio B song
Zivy Manor
on
said, what
himself,
about
or was it AI
131
generated?
error?
Oh, it was AI generated because he's using that Suno. Now he might have put in the words because you can use custom words for a song. And Ken is broadcasting his OBS virtual camera.
Yeah, I need to get with you. I got it for the most part figured out, except for when I go to my camera, I can't blur out or get my green screen background out of the way. It just shows me in a green screen. But other than that, I did follow your very explicit instructions, and it works quite well.
Well, you're accustomed to doing green screen in Zoom, so you're not going to be able to do that when you're using the OBS virtual camera. You would have to do the green screen manipulations in OBS.
Read chat, please.
Coming to chat.
I'm still here.
Forrest V's question.
Formulate what you just said about doing the green screen manipulations in chat or in OBS. Good Lord.
All right.
But I'll figure it out.
Yeah, figure out how to make the green screen work in OBS, and then you use that in OBS, and Zoom is going to be your virtual camera. So you can't use the green screen effect in Zoom if you're using your OBS virtual
Correct.
camera.
Right. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, so I've got it turned off right now because that way the virtual camera will show whatever I put in that scene and however many sources I put in there. That's why I was messing with it. You see all of those, and then as I turn them back on, then if I turn the camera on, then I get nothing for some reason, which is, because it's not active. Now it's active. So now I want to figure out how to get rid of all of this right here, which you can't see my mouse, but I'm hovering over the green screen and the shirt behind me.
Okay, so what I'm seeing you in your frame, is that your that's your OBS virtual camera?
Yes, with one of my cameras turned on. Right here, I went and got a video capture device. If I turn that off and then turn on the clock, clock comes on, turn off the clock, clock comes on. Everybody be prepared. It's Alex.
Okay.
So.
All right. So in OBS, you go to camera source and choose filters, and then you click on the plus sign for effect. What was it? Yeah, your camera source.
Chroma key.
And then, yeah, I think so. Let's see if I show this here. Yeah, so I went to my camera source and then plus button, and then chroma key. Add the chroma key filter in OBS, and I have it actually, yeah, defaults to green, so I'm suspecting that you'll be able to find your way through that, but I have not gone down that road. And then trying to get back to Zvi's question about this progress of this full scan. I'm showing that on screen now. We've got scanning C and D, error block 0, and oh, we got a start button, so it just finished. I don't think it, yeah, that just popped up. And then those error 131, what was, I never did really understand what they were saying was the solution for that. There was something about telling it to not update that device. I got the impression that it was a registry entry, but I don't know where that is at. I didn't see any guidance to it. There was various links to click on. I don't think I'm on the right one here. Embedded device setup. So if somebody knows who can guide me directly to a link that gets to that registry fix, I'll try putting it in place. But I stepped away from that because it got to a point where I said, I don't really care about this. It's something that a lot of people are reporting a problem with, and it's not an impending trouble to the computer. And there's Brian Lightfoot saying, I think the best solution was to ignore 131, no harm, no foul. I wouldn't mind applying the fix if somebody found a link for the specific registry item, but I'm not going to research that any further after the show. I don't see that it is important to my client. And somebody asked if that poll will show up in the community after it's closed. I'm not sure they actually worded it that way, but that's certainly a possibility. So let's see, we'll come over. Yeah, this on that song that Kerry did for his closing of, or moving to Studio C, it had this Suno, and it was this same basic layout that Suno gives. But I'd have to go back and look at it again to get a notion of whether I think Kerry wrote the lyrics himself or let the system compose the lyrics. So
Read
now,
chat, please.
okay, back to chat. And Israel, partition wizard. Solution 6 in link. Okay, go to that link. And then solution 6, change registry value. Damage registry entry is related to device setup manager 131. Okay. Cool. We should be able to get to that pretty quickly. So I'll go to Baby Beast and let's see, I want to go to YouTube on Baby Beast, and let's do, I'll do it this way. YouTube .com/LWTDB/live. That URL will always get you to the current live stream or the next scheduled live stream. And here's an advertisement because I'm not signed in. I'll go over here to the chat room. And there's Ran Israel. Since then, Zvi says, I found one that it was fixed by disable prevent Windows, checking the Windows Update website for device drivers. Okay, that sounds like a more sledgehammer approach to stop all device drivers. Is this one more specific to that device? Let's see. Oh, it was solution 6. Change registry values. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, Windows key R, regedit, enter, yes to user account control. I am showing this, right? Yeah. And then come up to the address bar, Control A to highlight what's there now, Control V to paste the registry key that I want to go to. And yeah, there it is. Device metadata. Let's see, go back to the next instruction. Double click device metadata service URL. Device metadata service URL. If its value data shows this URL, change it to this. So 0x409. Yes, it does say that. This feels like a very specific fix. Like, it's not just telling it to stop trying to do that, but it's actually fixing the URL. So I did a copy, then doing a paste. DMD Meta Services Microsoft such and such, click OK. Close the registry. Some registry changes require restart, not all of them. And there's going to be
Ran Israel said I'd make a backup of the registry value before changing it.
Yeah, that is good practice. I don't feel too critical
CV Manor
about
said,
that.
you need to restart.
Yeah, so the last time that these errors were coming up was 9:50 a.m. this morning. So it's probably not going to be real quick that we're going to see that unless it happens right away. Now this device, let's see, summary page events. Yeah, we're looking right now filtered for 131. There are 600 of them. And drag the scroll bar all the way down to see it started May 25th, 2024. So it's only been going a couple weeks, right? Yeah, 2 weeks exactly. Is this somehow only giving me 2 weeks worth of information? 131. If I go to Windows System Dogs and filter for event 131, it might have only been giving me 2 weeks worth. Here, number of events, 127. Yeah, these aren't the, oh, that didn't give me, yeah, that's event ID 131. These don't look to be the same. They're not giving me the same information. They don't have the same dates. Okay, so I don't know what went wrong with that attempt to see those. I'll go ahead and restart. At this point, I'm looking to end the show at 1:30 so that we can redirect to Carrie's show in a way that he'll be able to see us come in. Zoom is on screen. Well, I guess you guys know that because you see that right away on my frame. Okay, that computer is available for me to connect to now. Let's go into Event Viewer. It's possible that that was triggering pretty soon after a computer startup. Because that time that we saw those errors from this morning, that sounds like it was the time when I started that computer up.
John Williams said, thanks for the live stream and have a good rest of the weekend, everyone.
You're welcome, John, and thank you. My chat here is messing up. There we go. I'm assuming that means you're leaving. Open the beer before 1:30. Drinks on the house. I'm not going to be opening this beer. I'll go get a cold one. All right, coming back, because we have this up now. Last hour, we do have 14 in the last hour. We have these device setups. Did these happen just, yeah, it happened just now, right after startup. So we still have these errors. That registry fix did not solve it. Well, no dice. I think they're still coming in. Are they? There's 110.23, and look at this container number. And then, where's the refresh? Here. You get a new one on top? Yeah, they're still coming in. Metadata staging failed. Again, I don't really care about resolving that because it looks like it's not predicting impending doom for the computer. Let's see, Zvi, Rand saying to Zvi that the link that Zvi is the same or not solution 3. Oh, that is different. What's a different solution then? That's solution 3 in my link. So he's got 2 of them in here. I think he's telling me what to search for there, but it didn't paste correctly because it gave us the %20s. I'm going to try searching that anyway. No, I think those are probably spaces. What to... No, that still didn't get me anything. Never install drivers. Install driver software from Windows Update. Okay, all right. And system properties. Oh, that's interesting. So I'll get there with view advanced system settings. That takes us to the advanced tab, hardware tab, device manager. No, not device manager. Device installation settings, right? Do you want to automatically download manufacturer apps, custom icons for your devices? No. I think there's some other, it's a different setting we're supposed to get to though. Select hardware tab, select device installation settings. device installation settings. From this dialog, no, let me choose what to do. I don't have that choice. Select never install driver software from Windows Update. So if yeah, this is just not coming out the same way. I'm going to cancel this and go back and make sure I went through this right. Select
Ran Israel said these
Advanced
screenshots
System
look like Windows
Settings.
7.
Yeah, this says Advanced System Settings, then Hardware tab, Device Installation Settings. Hardware, Device Installation Settings. I'll just say no here, save changes. Yeah, so that's different. So let's look for a date of this article. They didn't date it. Bad author, 10 lashes. There's no date for this article. You gotta date your stuff. And the other one had it on solution 3. Let's go look at solution 3. Disable automatic driver updates. What's the date of
Read
this
chat,
article?
please.
May 6, 2024. Coming to chat. In Israel, these screenshots look like Windows 7. Yeah, I heard you say that. I didn't acknowledge it verbally. That's what made me want to go look for the dates of those articles. I just wanted to see if I think this was Rand's.
Come to
Was it different?
A few thanks and acknowledgments before I go. And I want to start
Ken,
with
you got some noise going on?
It's been an incredible privilege.
I just muted Ken.
I'm still hearing your question. What was your question?
Well, I was hearing some noise coming through your microphone, so I just muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I started another video. You still heard that?
Yeah,
Greg M said
I
there are a
did.
couple of devices in that computer appear to
Even
not
though
have
my
drivers
microphone was
installed.
muted, you still heard that.
Yeah, I heard that. So there's another one of those backhanded compliments for Ken Stout. Watching my show is a good opportunity to watch other shows. Who's making the smart aleck comments?
Were you hearing it just then when I started it again and muted the mic?
No, not when you muted your mic. It was before you muted your mic. You
All
can.
right, I'm gonna mute.
Some people report disabling automatic driver updates feature to help them fix the device manager. You can also have a try. Here's how to do that. How does it disable automatic drivers in Windows 10? 3 ways. I think that would be from Windows Update on some advanced settings in Windows Update, wouldn't it be? I'm just going into this without reading the rest of that article right now because this is just a sensible place to do it. On advanced options, receive updates from other Microsoft products. Well, we could turn that off. No, I don't see anything there about disabling driver updates. That's going to be advanced options about sharing. No. All right, coming back to the article. How to stop Windows 10 from automatic device drivers using the group policy. How to disable automatic drivers Windows 10 through registry. All right. Oh, I'll do this. I'll share this tab, right click on this tab, and send to your devices, and send this tab to Big Beast Baby. So then I can go to my browser on Baby Beast and page shared from another device. Open a new tab. Now I can click on that address, Control-C to copy that to the paste buffer, or clipboard, whatever you call that thingy, mabob. And then bring up the browser on client's computer, bring that back on the YouTube
Read chat,
stream,
please.
and paste that there. Coming to chat. I don't need to restore that. Now we'll get down to this registry option. Coming to chat. That was Vimanor for Greg. There are a couple of devices in that computer that appear to not have drivers installed. Well, and there's the optional drivers, a whole bunch of device drivers waiting to be installed. That could be the solution. That's a better direction to go than the registry, actually. So device manager, there's something here showing this driver's not installed. Yeah, sure enough. These are HP motherboard issues, the HP basic drivers that somehow have been missed on this computer. Aha! All right. I will bookmark this page and we'll go deal with drivers. So favorites bar for that. Those HP drivers typically do not install through Windows Update or through optional updates. Here's optional updates. But we'll try it. This would be a good time for me to tell you that I made an image backup of this computer before we started working on it. And if I actually had done that, I would tell you that.
Zavimanor said usually Intel drivers.
Yeah, I agree with that. And my recollection is they were drivers labeled Intel on the HP site. I'll go back and watch the video afterwards and get an understanding of what's going on with sound and work on that microphone issue. Yeah, I mean, I have this very conscious about how close I am to this microphone, but this microphone is useless right now. It's not being used, except for Zoom. I think it's being used in Zoom. Oh, no. Well, wait a minute. Yes, Zoom is using the Yeti microphone. That computer is restarting. No, it's not. Oh, I lost my remote connection to that computer, probably if it was installing something that had an effect on the network driver. Because even though these computers are both in my office, I'm connecting to it through LogMe and Rescue on Baby Beast. I'm going to take that off screen while it continues, because if it loses that connection again, then it exposes more information than I want to. The 124. I am inclined to think that I will do the HP drivers because I know that process, and I will report to you on Monday if that fixes it. But I am going to shut down the show at the bottom of the hour. So coming back to Zoom, any comments or other conversation from you guys?
It sounds like an interesting day today.
Yeah, it's what would be the point of scripting and rehearsing it? It's gonna take a different direction than intended.
Trying to figure out which camera I have. Nope, I don't got nothing.
What is Kerry talking about today? What's he got in his title now? Ace Magic 16.1 inch laptop, AMD Ryzen 7, gaming laptop under $500. Bunch of people in chat. Oh, Kerry was active in chat. Somebody not understanding the start time. Client computer back on screen, pending restart for all of these updates. I'll click restart now and take that computer off screen because when it restarts, it then exposes more than I want to expose. Chat room being available, will it then take you to his show?
For you to try to figure out if you want to think about it over the next couple of days. You just showed Kerry Holzman made 2 comments on your chat at approximately 1:04 your time, which would be 4:04 my time.
That wasn't my chat. I was showing his chat room.
Oh, his chat. Okay. That makes sense. I thought it was yours. My bad. Maybe I should pay more attention to the stream.
Well, how can you do that when you're watching it out of the show?
That's off. That was the ghetto thing, sent me an email, and I watched about 3 seconds of it.
Yeah, I caught that. I knew that because your microphone's been open. Let's see, why was
How can you do that when you dog on me about not watching your stream?
Yeah, I thought I had muted it, but apparently I had not. I apologize for that.
Okay, let's see. There's a Zoom backup. And this computer has restarted. Bringing it up on the screen. And event viewer. The assumption is those error messages will show up on each restart. Since it has done that twice today, while that's going, I'll go bring up hp.com. And support, software and drivers. Grab the serial number from a command prompt. WMIC BIOS get serial number, enter, double click on the serial number, shift left arrow, so I'm not including the space, Control C for copy, and select desktop. Oh, we're sorry, HP customer support site is temporarily unavailable. That Could be, well, no, it's not because it's an old computer. I haven't told it what computer I'm interested in. Okay, switch back to Event Viewer. (111). I did not get these error messages again on this most recent startup. Problem might be solved. See what update settings shows for. There's no optional updates listed, so all those optional updates worked. And let's see, device manager. Oh, look at that. It did install those missing drivers. Problem solved. At 1:30 and 42 seconds. That's right on time. Carrie has started. So I'm going to go ahead and end the show and send you over to Carrie's show. I need to pause my replay so I can get back to it before I end the show. Where is part B? There it is, part B. So in Zoom, would you say goodbye to everybody, please?
Sayonara.
All right, thank you for hanging out. And then I'm going
ZV
to
Manor said excellent.
go back to here and stop streaming. All right, catch y'all later. Have a great weekend.